What to do? The first place spot is, undoubtedly, between Grandmaster Song and the Vicious Pill King. If I judge Grandmaster Song as the victor, what will my reasoning be? I won't be able to explain it to everyone. If I judge the Vicious Pill King as the victor, then it'll be even harder to explain my reasoning to the top 10 alchemists. But the Vicious Pill King refined a sub-4 th grade pill, and it is still firm in my hands. On the other hand, Grandmaster Song's pill disintegrated into a golden mist after being split and then disappeared into the air. How do I judge this? Grandmaster Liu, is it possible for you to explain to everyone here why Grandmaster Song's pill is so particular? Liu Yizhen bowed to Zhuofan first. Grandmaster Liu, he is greeting him as you would usually do to respected alchemists. Liu Yizhen, one of the top 10 alchemists in the Tianyu Empire, even when he saw the Vicious Pill King, he wouldn't greet him like this. It is obvious that, in his mind, this man's refining skill is way above theirs. Compared to theirs, it is on a different level. Zhuofan nodded. And this nod is very clever too. In the alchemy world, all secret pill refinement skills are passed down from generation to generation and are not easily leaked to others. Even if someone knows the general concept, they cannot say it without permission, else it is disrespectful. If it is a minor leak, the relationship breaks, but if it is a major leak, it is a fight to the death. So the greeting is a sign of respect and the nod gives him permission to explain. Can I be untied? Girl, let me tell you what Grandmaster Song just did and how significant it is. You have to know, that skill Grandmaster Song just used is an ancient pill refinement skill that has long been forgotten. The Sacred Dragon Call. What? An ancient skill? There's someone who can use an ancient skill, and he's such a young alchemist too. No wonder the arrogant Vicious Pill King admitted defeat so willingly. In front of an ancient skill, especially one regarding pill refinement, which alchemist can compete with that? But Grandmaster Liu, why did Grandmaster Song's pill disappear? That is where the fascinating part lies. What disappeared? Clearly, it was ingested by all of us. What? Pills, even a high-quality pill, can only make use of 50% of the herb's effects. But the ancient skill the Sacred Dragon Call is rumored to be able to make use of all of it through refinement. Once ingested, it will seep into the body immediately. That golden mist that seeped out was the entirety of its true essence. If one ingests it, it is comparable to a 5th grade pill. But since it was dispersed and the people absorbed it, it became no different from a 1st grade pill. So when I suggested you split the pill open, I regretted it a bit. I see. No wonder. When I breathed in the pill's aroma, I felt so much better. Then, Grandmaster Liu, why did the grade of the pill slowly drop? Liu Yizhen's face froze and shook his head awkwardly. That I am not clear about. Nonetheless, the Sacred Dragon Call is an ancient skill. I have only read so much in the records. But that's the general concept. I'm afraid that, of those here, only Grandmaster Song knows. You wanna know? Zhuofan raised his eyebrows and grinned evilly. Kneel and beg me. Grandmaster Song sure loves to joke. Kneel. Beg. Beg. The crowd roared with mighty force, shaking the entire Drifting Flowers arena. With the hall shouting beg, Xiao Ya was on the verge of tears. Didn't know this kid had such skills. To persuade everyone into his mindset in such a short time. This is no different than the way of an emperor. This man cannot be left alive. Grandmaster Song sure is playful. What to do? Will he not give up until I kneel and beg today? Helpless, Xiao Ya's tears flowed, and her slender legs began to buckle. But an angry roar came from the terrace. Songyu, enough. Zhuofan was startled and looked at the angry Chu Qingcheng. I was just joking. Do I look that mean? Xiao Ya didn't dare say it, however, she gave a look of thanks towards Chu Qingcheng. Zhuofan started explaining. Truthfully, the reason I was able to use that skill is thanks to that drop from Elder Yang, the Vicious Pill King, of green python scale mixture that was accidentally spilt into mine. What does Grandmaster Song mean? Are you still blaming me for that incident? How so? I am thanking you. The ancient skill, the Sacred Dragon Call, has the word dragon in it. Therefore, it requires a dragon-related ingredient. However, in the original Soothing Young pill, none are present. A python is a small dragon. So when you spilt some green python scale mixture into my herb concoction, I was then inspired to use this skill. But, a python is a yin material, and the Soothing Young pill is comprised fully of yang material. And later on, the pill Grandmaster Song made was all yang. I did not feel any yin chi in it. Are ancient skills supposed to be understood by the likes of you? Yin and yang are polar opposites, but they also coexist. To be able to transform the green python scale concoction, a yin material, into a yang material, it was all thanks to my spit. Saliva is water, ordinarily a yin substance, but it is also called a golden jade solution. After water has entered the stomach, it is digested and transformed into food essence and then transmitted upward to the spleen, which disperses the essence upward to the lungs. The lungs regulate water pathways downward to the bladder. And by doing so, body fluid is finally disseminated to all parts of the body along all the meridians and collaterals. Therefore, it is yang, and it does not leak out. So I used the spit, turned yin into yang, and transformed snake into dragon. Not only did it make use of all the herbs' effects, it also added extreme yang dragon chi. That is the reason why it could refine second-grade materials into a fifth-grade pill. But by splitting the pill took effect, and the dragon chi seeped out. Naturally, it downgraded from 5th grade. I see. Grandmaster Song Op. Grandmaster Song is indeed unparalleled in refining. I wholly admit defeat this round. But Grandmaster Song is at a disadvantage. Next round, I will win for sure. He actually made the vicious Pill King admit defeat. His future is boundless. But he is indeed at a disadvantage. If this continues, even if he is unrivaled in refining, it'll be hard to compete against the vicious Pill King. Vicious Pill King's last words pointed at Shuafan's weaker cultivation. I have to think of a way. I can't let such a great young man be ruined like this. For this round, those who advance total 39. 11 admit defeat. First place is still Grandmaster Song Yu. And second place is the vicious Pill King, Elder Yang. Nice. We won another round. Peony Overseer cried in joy. The other two women were also sporting smiles. Dong Tianba saw them so excited and hesitated to speak. Owner Chu, forgive my rudeness. I can confirm that this man is not my brother Song Yu. So what if he is not Song Yu? I don't care who he is. He is my husband. Chu Ching Cheng and the overseers nodded. Dong Tianba, you must have been in shock from the killing intent and missed out on our conversation. Mr. Xie has clearly stated already. This friend of his is not Song Yu. Then, where is my brother Song Yu? Butchered. Xie Tianyang laughed, patting Dong Tianba's shoulder. Otherwise, how could he steal his identity and use it in broad daylight and, most of all, come here? Sister-in-law does have a way with her husband. From now on, he is in your care. Don't let him out again and let him harm other people, especially me. Chu Ching Cheng blushed and hid it with anger. Mr. Xie, what nonsense are you talking about? Nothing untruthful. That guy always returns all his grudges. If someone punched him, he replies with 10 slashes of the sword. He's spiteful. But with that sentence of yours, he ditched all those thoughts. It is clear what place you hold in his heart. And only you can persuade him to murder less and treat me better. Chu Ching Cheng muttered. Is he truly that frightening? Frowning, Xie Tianyang looked at Long Ju and the rest, then they all nodded. They all held fear in their eyes, no exception. If such a frightening person can change himself for me, then he must be true to me. My ideal husband. The hero that would do anything for me. It seems like I found him today. Chu Ching Cheng watched Chuafan with a warmer gaze, her feelings for him growing ever more. In the western stand, Huangpu Qingyun banged the table. How can we lose the second round again? And in this round, even Sir Yang convinced his failure. Do you still think? He has the chance to get the body root, and that guy's head? Lin Zitian's eyes shifted. This is a perfect chance to kiss some ass. The second young master does not need to worry. Elder Yang has the title of the best alchemist in Tianyu, the vicious Pill King. It was just a careless mistake. Losing 1 or 2 rounds does not affect the grand scheme. I believe that the old man has a plan to deal with the situation. Seems like Elder Lin holds Elder Yang in high regard. So if he loses again, I will hold you responsible. Sure. What? Don't even know how to sweet talk properly. Huangpu Qingyun valued Yang Song greatly before. Therefore, raising Yang Song in esteem worked then. But now that he failed a second time, Huangpu Qingyun's thoughts on Yang Song have changed. He is pissed at Elder Yang's inability to do anything. Praising him now would only set Huangpu Qingyun off in directing his anger onto you. The theme for the third round of this contest is refining ability. In the third round, each and every Grandmaster needs to refine a 5th grade pill. This will be a contest of speed. The faster one is, the more proficient one is in their skill. The first to complete will advance to the final round, the contest of the Pill King. And it starts. They started igniting their yuan qi flame just as she finished. Most had no choice but to make use of the cauldron. But only Vicious Pill King and Dao Dunyang refined with their hand. But when people looked at Shuo Fan, they saw him just standing there. Even his expression was grave. This is not good. The kid is stuck. What's wrong, Uncle Ju? Isn't that kid unbeatable? Why isn't he doing anything now? Sigh. Because this is the kid's weak point. Weak point. Yes. The reason why the kid was able to win against so many grandmasters in the first 2 rounds, and even make the Vicious Pill King admit defeat, was because of his groundbreaking ancient skill. That kid's skill is indeed above all else and no one can compare to him. However, we ignored the fact that his flame is the most basic yuan qi flame of all. And most importantly, his biggest weakness is the fact that he is only at the 2nd layer of the bone tempering stage. If it were someone else with his level of cultivation, they would only be able to create a 3rd grade pill, but he was able to use 2nd grade materials and forcefully refine them into a 5th grade pill. Now, he has to make a 5th grade pill with 5th grade materials. His flame is not strong enough, nor is his cultivation high enough. This is his limit. I can tell that, before the materials are fully refined, he will lose due to his lack of yuan qi. Master, if husband loses, will he really lose his head? Save him please. That kid, Shuo Fan, is not one that will give away his head easily. It is good enough that he is not taking someone else's head. Even if he loses, it just means he is back to his original plan. Kill people, get the medicine, what's the big deal? One Luo family is enough. I don't want to be bound to a Chu Ching Cheng and the drifting flower edifices. Is it time to use the secret azure flame? No. Not yet. They had to have a card up their sleeve to use at the right moment in the finals. Meanwhile, the azure flame was Shuo Fan's hidden trump card. Taking it out so soon would get Vicious Pill King to target him. Best leave it for last. But now, there is only one thing that could prove useful. Although risky, that kid finally did something. Such a basic refining skill, such a basic flame. This is so bad. That kid's weakness is finally showing in the 3rd round. Heh. What's wrong with Grandmaster Song? He seems different from before. Of course. His refining ability has reached its peak and he can't refine any better pills. Elder Yang, what do you mean? What I mean is he can only refine low-grade pills and cannot refine high-grade ones. Pill refinement flames are usually split into gentle and fierce flames. When refining higher-grade pills, fierce flames are used most of the time. But that kid's cultivation is not strong enough to sustain this explosive, fierce flame for a long time, so he can't even make a 5th grade pill. That is your weakness. Isn't that so, kid? Ignoring him, Shuo Fan was still as patient as he was calm, focused on his refining. But, didn't Grandmaster Song just make a 5th grade young dragon pill? That was forcefully refining 2nd grade materials into a 5th grade pill. It does not count as a true 5th grade pill. But that refinement technique, I have to admit, is indeed a rare sight. If he can refine a 5th grade pill, then he can probably refine the pill into a 7th grade one. Sadly, hihi. The people looked on with lament at his words. Grandmaster Song, you can do it. We are rooting for you. Grandmaster Song, you are the best. Grandmaster Song, we love you. Turning around, Shuo Fan gave a small wave. And the crowd settled. Not even 7 houses elders had such a sway over the masses. Everyone, thanks for the support. I am just a disciple from a 3rd-class family. Being able to come to the Drifting Flower Arena and showing everyone what I've learned is all that I wanted to do, so I can die now without regrets. But the path of pill making trains one's mental strength. If I believe I am first, then I will be first. Everyone, please watch me as I finish refining this final pill. With this, I will lose with honor. Grandmaster Song, don't give up. Grandmaster Song, you can do it. Song you, kid, persuading the crowd to be in your favor is of no use. Even if you persuaded those trash to save you, they do not have the power to do so. Also, I am already finished. Now, first place for round 3 is mine and so is your head. It's mine. Not good. Oh, that might not be the case. A sudden and violent sneeze echoed around and the fire in Vicious Pill King's hand exploded. This shocked the crowd silly, looking at each other in a daze. Why did it blow up all of a sudden? Trembling, Vicious Pill King's body froze. He turned his head, with a face so livid. Hihi, sorry about that, Elder Yang. I must have caught a cold recently. Damned, you damned brat. I will butcher you today, For sure. Vicious Pill King struck a palm towards Zhuofan. Elder Yang, this is the 100-pill meeting of the drifting flower edifices. Chu Qingqing's figure stood next to Zhuofan and pulled on the ribbon to divert Vicious Pill King's attack. If you want to cause a scene, please leave immediately. Owner Chu, it's not me causing a scene. It is that kid that's breaking the rules. He disturbed me while I was refining. How so? Everyone here. So many saw it with their own eyes. I was just about to finish my 5th grade pill, and it was all because of your sneeze. All this for nothing. Didn't I say? I caught a cold recently. That was just an accident. Fucking bullshit. A bone-forging cultivator catching a cold? No. You, a 7th-tier alchemy grandmaster, spilled your concoction, and now I can't catch a cold. Vicious Pill King stammered for a while, tongue-tied. Damn kid. So you were waiting for this. All that show you put up is so you can block me here, using my excuse against me, so I can't refute it. Fine, kid. You got something. But that snot was fucking accurate. Right on the flame. That was the final step. So much so that the pill, under a sodden flame, was not able to condense but instead exploded. Fitting for an alchemy prodigy. Even a fucking sneeze can be so accurate. Vicious Pill King's killing intent grew as sarcasm dripped from his tone. I truly admire you. Truly, no, we are both grandmasters, so having this special bond between us is not impossible. See, you are the Vicious Pill King. I am the heaven-toppling pill. You spilled your concoction, and I caught. Stop fucking saying you caught a cold. So he turned around, going back to his spot to begin a new refinement. Husband, can you tell me who you truly are? A shiver went through Zhuofan as he looked at her. You know all about it. Not yet. Waiting on you, husband. Or, no, don't call me that. Owner Chu, there are some misunderstandings. He started to run as soon as he finished speaking. Let's talk about that later. Let me kick this old man out first. Chu Qingcheng was startled and was more disappointed than bewildered. Zhuofan ran as if a crone was out to get him. Why is this guy so different from all other men? Do I not attract him in any way? Morales and women are the biggest stumbling blocks for the strong. I am a man that will be at the peak of demonic cultivation again. I won't stumble for you. Tacking a side glance as his returned archenemy. Kid, why are you back? To refine a pill. He is indeed the best alchemist of Tianyu. To be pissed off like that, but then being able to calm down in just a few breaths' time, this mental fortitude is rare. To refine a pill? Although you destroyed my pill, with your speed, there is no way you will advance. Aren't you a bit too arrogant? Saying things like if anyone can pull you down from your spot, you will offer up your head with both hands. Even if I couldn't finish refining, others will. You think they're not alchemists as well? Then, I can rightly chop your head off, and then off I go to the final round. Old man, if I say I will always be on this spot, then no one will have the chance to even think about it. Zhuofan's hand suddenly ignited into a raging fire and gestured for tens of ingredients to fly inside. You can't. No one can. Watching the flame, it was no different from Vicious Pill King's or the other profound heaven experts' Yuan Qi flame. But after one breath, Zhuofan was sweating. You damn brat. With your cultivation, you can't keep that fierce flame going for that long. The way you are refining that pill right now is no different from seeking death. Big fish in a small pond. Allow me to enlighten you. Zhuofan shouted and slapped the burning hand. On the gap between you and me. With a bang, the flame burned twice as strong and consumed all of Zhuofan's Yuan Qi in an instant. His burning hand made a fist. The fire and the ingredients were all now squeezed inside. This whole process of putting the ingredients inside the flame and closing his fist took a few short breaths. What just happened? Vicious Pill King stared fixed at the fist and laughed. I thought you were onto something, but you ended up destroying all the materials, didn't you? With ragged breath and ashen-faced, Zhuofan collapsed from exhaustion. But his smile turned unprecedentedly wicked. Old man, don't judge me with your logic. The result may not be what you think it is. Zhuofan pumped his fist and then opened it. Everyone. The 5th grade pill has been completed. How is that possible? How is that alchemy? That is creating something out of nothing. On the terrace, Longju and the rest were dumbfounded. How was this alchemy? It was clearly pulling something out of thin air. On the eastern terrace, Huangpu Qingyun and his men were dumbstruck as well. This is a pill refinement skill? How is that possible? This brat. Swallowing hard, Zhuofan waved the pill before the flabbergasted Vicious Pill King, Old Coot. This ancient technique, universal palm, you heard of it? See, Oldman. This is the gap between you and me. The difference between the heaven-toppling pill and the vicious pill king is like that between heaven and earth. Vicious pill king watched him dazed, and couldn't get any word out in rebuke. Zhuo Fan showed the pill to Xiao Ya. Sorry, my cultivation isn't high enough. I can only make a high 5th grade pill. It can't be considered perfect, but it won't affect my standing, right? Xiao Ya felt dizzy. Zhuo Fan had to call her out a few times before he got a reaction. Song. Grandmaster Song has refined a high 5th grade pill successfully. The first place winner of this round will advance to the final round, Battle of the Pill King. Zhuo Fan turned around and spread his arms. He looked at the audience, his cloak billowing, a manner exceedingly arrogant, and shouted, "As long as I stand on this spot, no one else will." The crowd's passion was ignited and pumped their fist as they called out his name. The Pill King finals had yet to start, but he had already become a Pill King in their eyes. This kid, everywhere he goes, he becomes a major character. If the world were in chaos, he would be an emperor. Even if it is a peaceful world, this kid's rise is only a matter of time. I knew long ago he was not your ordinary boy, but every time, I still can't help but be in awe Grandmaster Song of him. That kid's potential is truly immeasurable. Wasn't until now that I noticed that this man is the only one that is worth trusting and relying on. Xiao Ya was in the arena gesticulating all over the place and demanding silence. Quiet please. Stop shouting. Grinning, Zhuo Fan raised a hand to catch everyone's attention. The uproar from before was gone in an instant, like it never existed. Everyone, please give me face. The other alchemists are still refining. Please quiet down. Whose domain is this? Grandmaster Song's charisma is too great. Huangpu Qingyun's mood sank ever lower. The bigger that damn brat's reputation becomes, the more difficult it will be to make a move on him. An ending like this cannot happen. The only way to lower his reputation is to beat him in alchemy. And of everyone here, there is only one who can do it. Only the Vicious Pill King is capable of it. But Vicious Pill King's confidence had begun to falter at this point. Auntie Dao has finished refining her 5th grade pill, and will advance to the final round. Xiao Ya's crisp voice resounded. Yang Fu has finished refining his 5th grade pill. Elder Yang, didn't you say you were gonna get first this round? Seems like you can't even get third. Today, I will kick your old ass out.